I just realized I need some damn water. What's up, guys? Good morning. It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. Oh, get up and stretch. Something I need to start doing more often is working on abdominals when I go in the damn gym. You realize that? That is something I need to do. And I also need to clean my damn phone. I need to get some coffee, because that's what I do in the morning. Oh shit, it's hot up in this motherfucker. Where's my coffee cup? So, good morning, guys. I have been so preciously protecting these before until I find thumbtacks to hang them up. Why? Because I like them. And it's early in the morning, and I'm gonna dump that out. I need to clean my damn room. You know what I realized? Now, obviously, good morning, Anna Pamela, Misty, and Christy. What the fuck? That definitely rhymed. Really quick, the reason I'm going live here, by the way, is because... And good morning, Michelle. I see you cruising in now. Oh, I know you speak things into existence, but I will say one thing that I definitely struggle with is keeping shit clean. Apparently, I'm really good at cleaning shit, not so much at keeping it clean. That's a fucking lie. I'm definitely not good at cleaning shit. But meaning, like, I can successfully clean. Does that even make sense? I am not live because of this. I'm live because I wanted to explain something to do with my breakfast. Okay, so, really quick, if you are following Atkins or ketogenic or anything, and you're not really tracking, or you're just getting started, or you're not really sure what's going on, the reason that I mostly... There's that damn blue cup. I have your cup. Hold on. Hold on. I actually... okay, it's not there. There's that damn blue cup. I'm used to that because my twin sister's name is Christy. LOL. That's funny. Misty and Christy. I actually like using the red cup. I use it for different purposes, mainly to keep coffee hot. If you are following a new healthy lifestyle and you're kind of understanding a little bit about your process, but you're like, I'm not losing weight, I'm not sure why I'm not losing weight or what exactly is going on. So when I say something along the lines of calories matter, it's like not a joke. It is probably one of the single most important thing for weight loss clients, and the reason I say that is because there are three, I think they're called somatotypes, if I'm not mistaken. 3 body styles called somatotypes. Somatypes? Somato. Am I saying that right? Somatotypes. You have ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. Actually, it's ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph. Pretty much anybody that's got a bunch of extra weight on him is going to steer towards endomorph. The best way of understanding your body style would be when you were growing up, as far as like what somatotype you are. When you were growing up, what was your body like? Were you the chubby kid? Were you the muscular kid? Or were you the painfully skinny kid? And that's going to give you an idea of what body style you are. That being said, I am an endomorph. Another good way of telling yourself is if you eat pretty much anything and you cannot put on weight, you're an ectomorph. If you are absolutely naturally muscular and you have a 6-pack and you don't even go in the gym, you're a mesomorph. Lucky bastards. but they are there. And there's a lot of them, and that's usually who you see on Mr. Olympia bodybuilding stages and stuff. It is mesomorphs that really got in tune and took it to the next level. And then you have endomorphs like myself, which are naturally broad. They call it big boned, and it's actually a thing, but the big boned thing is actually not an excuse that your bones are bigger. Your structure of bones, like your clavicle, your shoulders, may be a little bit wider, and your hip circumference may be a little bit wider near your pelvis. But in generally, they're speaking about one measurement, and it's going to be your wrist. So if you have a 7-inch wrist, or larger, like 7.5-inch wrist or whatever, you're pretty much an endomorph. If you have 7 inches or like 6 inches or whatever, you're an ectomorph. And that's pretty well known as far as like a bodybuilding thing, but it's understood because of the body styles. They're extremely important on a lot of different things. But what I'm talking about specifically here is calories. So if you are somebody that's trying to lose weight, it's really important that you understand that if you're an endomorph, which you probably are if you have a bunch of extra weight on you, and I'm not saying that to be a dick. I'm saying it because it's just the way it is. So not only is your training style need to be different, but your body can only consume so much food. So why I'm saying this breakfast, for instance, to be able to, if you don't know your basal metabolic rate, if you're not working with a trainer and they can't do an in-body scan and print out a sheet and understand, you can go online and find out your BMR, basal metabolic rate, is going to tell you basically how many calories you need to be able to sustain the body size that you are like right now. And that's just pretty much at rest. But with endomorphs, we usually tend to sit way below. I would say, I think my body mass or my BMR, my basal metabolic rate, is right around 2100 right now, which is lower than normal. If you have a higher amount of muscle mass, you can potentially go a little bit higher with the amount of calories because you'll be able to feed the muscle versus feeding fat, because you don't want to feed fat. So it goes all the way up to like 2200. So for an endomorph like myself, if I want to be in a caloric surplus to be able to put on like size, mass, I don't necessarily need to go into a caloric surplus. I can actually pretty much put on size at my BMR. So if I eat say it's 2200. If I eat 2200 calories, I'll pretty much guaranteed gain weight. And which, according to sheets and terms, doesn't really make any fucking sense. Which doesn't matter. The sheet is just going to print out a basic understanding because of a quick multiplication problem or a quick math equation that it's going to say that it's just like basic information that it puts out. And without trial and error and working with yourself or working with somebody, you're never going to really understand the difference between the number that it gives you and the number that you actually have to use. So if I'm gaining weight at 2200 calories, and that's my basal metabolic rate, and that's where I need to be able to sustain this body style, but it's not working, then unfortunately, to lose weight, I definitely would not be able to lose. And I know and the reason I'm explaining this is I know where I would lose weight. So technically, if I dipped anywhere below that 2200 calories with like moderate exercise or activity or whatever, I would be able to lose weight. Unfortunately, that's not the case with my body style. Being an endomorph, I'm extremely resilient to be able to lose weight. It's almost that's why keto and Atkins and everything works so well, because you are burning fat and you have less glycogen inside your muscles, so that you have a little bit more leniency as far as exercise is concerned and cardiovascular workouts and stuff. But generally speaking, you would be able to drop just slightly below, maybe 250 calories below that. So I'd probably be able to go to like 2,000 calories and be able to lose weight. With my body style being an endomorph, that's just not the case. I would have to drop ridiculously lower than that. So I, even with extreme exercise and everything, I have to get my body down to about 17 or 1,800 calories every single day, which is like a balancing act, because then you have to understand how much protein do I need to put in my body, how much fat do I need to put in my body, how many carbs do I need to put in my body, is my body responding this way, do I want to sustain muscle mass, or do I not really care right now at this point, do I just want to lose fat, am I focused on losing fat and toning up, am I just trying to drop as much weight as possible and then go back and lose or gain muscle at a different time or whatever. So the balancing act is extremely difficult, because not only are you dealt with less calories, so you will be a little bit hungry for a few days, but the important, and coming full circle back to understanding exactly what I'm talking about as far as my breakfast is concerned, is we eat a fuckload more than we think we do. And I don't give a shit who you are. I've been training long enough, whether it's online or in person, to understand that we all underestimate what the fuck we're eating. Even super skinny people. It doesn't matter. We all underestimate. We don't really know the value of what we're eating. And that's why tracking is extremely important. Going further than that, though, tracking would be like laying the tracks for your train. And meal planning would be like popping the train on the fucking tracks. You can't just keep tracking and tracking and tracking. Tracking is only going to get you the foundations of understanding what you're supposed to be doing. Once you actually find out what works for your body, at that point, then you're going to move a little bit further, and then you're going to put your train on the track, and then you're actually going to start fucking meal prepping. Because if you don't, your tracking is like here, there, like you're not going to have perfect fucking days. You're going to have to slap that shit into fucking Tupperware after you figure out what works for your body, and then consistently do that. And the reason I say that is because this little thing of eggs, it was about realistically that big. And that's not that big. It was 4 eggs, and you might be saying that's a lot of fucking eggs. It's not a lot of fucking eggs. 4 eggs. 1 ounce of cheese. I ate the avocado. I ate a whole avocado. So, whole avocado, 1 ounce of cheese, 1 tablespoon of butter so that they don't stick, 4 eggs, and a 1/4 cup of mushrooms. Okay? And I tracked it, and I wanted to explain this to you guys so that you understand how much you can actually eat. That was just one little fucking tiny, like, omelet. Like, it was gone. It took 5 seconds to fucking eat that. I could eat 5 fucking times that amount if I wanted to. 5 times. Like that. The calorie content of what I just ate isn't super high, okay? But it also is super high. So if I'm looking or focusing on gaining, or losing weight, and I need to be about 1,800 calories, if my first meal came in at a whopping 900 fucking calories, and it was like 41 grams of protein, 72 grams of fat, and 10 carbs, and I'm going from memory what I saw on the tracking, and it's roughly within that range. Actually, I think every single one of those was right, except for the carbs was 9.6. But if that is my first meal, think about what I have left for the entire day. So you put 900 plus, what is that? 900 plus 900. So I have 4 more meals. 4 more meals. I need to eat sporadically throughout the day, correct? Right? I need to sustain fuel. I need to have energy for the day. I need to make sure that I don't end up starving at the end of the day. So if I started out with a 900 calorie breakfast, although in a perfect storm, if I didn't have weight issues, or if I didn't have hunger issues, or if I didn't have issues with staying on track, or long ass fucking days, where I might be going till 8 o'clock at night or something, on a training day or whatever, it just depends. Is that really going to be efficient to be able to reach my goals? If I smash 900 calories at breakfast, I have 900 calories left. So if I have 4 meals, 9 divided by 4 is, 2.5. That's like what is that? 125, 150, 300, 300, 300. Something like 150 or 175 fucking calories per meal that are left. Fucking come on, it's just a fucking flawed process. There's no fucking way that 125 calorie times 4 is going to sustain your day. Like, realistically, what would happen at this point if I had not paid attention to this is I would go back in, and in a few hours I'd probably eat something very similar, and then I would be at my calorie max. And say I'm not tracking, say I am tracking, it really doesn't fucking matter at this point, because if I am tracking, I'm gonna go, well, fuck, I ate all my fucking calories. That doesn't mean you're going to, like, want to magically not fucking be starving in 5 hours. That means that you are going to be hungry. And then even though you fucked up, that's why tracking can only get you so far. But also tracking can actually be those foundations that helps you understand, hey, am I actually splitting this up throughout the day like I'm supposed to? Am I actually going to be able to sustain hunger or stave off hunger and actually make it through my entire day doing this? Or did my breakfast come in way too fucking heavy as far as the calorie content? Do I need to eat half of my breakfast and Tupperware it up and put it up for later? You know, because if you're tracking while you're eating and then you recognize, oh fuck, this is too much food. Chances are, because I've stopped eating, you guys, and that's not half of it, but it's about a quarter of it. Now that my body has had time to do this video and I'm talking or whatever, my stomach's actually full. So not only do you eat too fast sometimes, but understanding that you're probably eating way too fucking much. So think about this easily, and I'm not over exaggerating, I'm just telling you. I'm a person that usually has a big appetite. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be broccoli, fucking chicken, it could be cheese, it could be eggs, it could be alcohol, it could be anything. I have a big fucking appetite for whatever I'm consuming. So, that being said, if I ate that every 3 hours, 9 times, well, let's see, let's say on a good note, I did it 3 times. Like, 3 times throughout the day. And that's little fucking pile of eggs 3 times. Like, that's not even that much. You're probably like, I didn't even fucking eat that much. Well, 9 times 3 is 2,700. And think about that. Why am I not losing weight? Well, I don't fucking know. Because you're in a massive caloric surplus. How the fuck can you lose weight if I need to be at 1,700 and I ate 3 of these little fucking pile of eggs throughout the day, and I ate a total of 2,700, yeah, maybe I'm not fucking full, but the calorie content is literally a fucking 1,000 calories higher than I should be in order for my body to even drop a single fucking ounce. So you have to understand that just because you're not eating massive amounts of quantity of food, or you're not eating sugar-laden fucking cookies or ice cream, or you're on track, doesn't actually fucking mean that you're really on track. Do you actually know what you're consuming throughout the day? Because if you don't, even though you're eating healthy, does not mean you're actually setting yourself up for being in a position to lose any fucking weight. So, although you're not doing anything wrong, you're definitely not doing anything right in the right direction in order to be able to drop weight. So think about that. Just because the food is not massive, just because it's not bad food, just because it's not, the things that would trigger you normally to eat poorly, if you're going to go all in and you're actually going to focus on whether it's low carb, whether it's high carb, whatever the fuck you're trying to do, you have to remember and understand that calories are king and they're extremely important. And don't be doing shit like this. Where is it? Like this after you work out. And you're like, oh man, I drink my protein after I work out. Like, dude, if you're fucking drinking a fucking protein after you work out and say you got 2 scoops, that's 300 fucking calories. You just said goodbye to a fucking meal. A whole fucking meal. So think about that. Like, think about it. All calories matter. It doesn't matter if it's for bodybuilding, if you're doing a sugar insulin spike from dextrose or glucose or whatever. It doesn't matter if it's
a shake after you work out. It doesn't matter if it's pre-workout. It doesn't matter if it's a fucking gummy vitamin in the morning that has 2 or 3 carbs. All that shit matters. You guys, I know that we become so obsessed with understanding all these things, and it gets overwhelming sometimes. But everything that goes into your body, regardless if it's a fucking Diet Coke that has nothing, regardless if it's Rain energy drink that doesn't have any calories or anything like that, the big picture is no matter what you put in your body besides fucking water has to be burned out some way. Maybe it's not energy, maybe it's not calories, maybe it's not carbs, maybe it's not protein, maybe it's not fats. But I promise you, if you put something inside your body and it has to get rid of it, you're literally taking a step back every single time. So think about that. You guys, be stronger than excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. Drink your damn water. Stay the fuck on track. Have a beautiful day. Hashtag Team Boo. Thanks for the support. Bye.